Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Canto Conversations. My name is Teresa Wankin, and I am your moderator this morning. With the advent of Industry 4.0, businesses are now keen to take advantage of technological innovations like artificial intelligence, augmented and virtual reality, machine learning, and advanced analytics to drive increased productivity, performance, and reliability. These industrial Internet of Things applications, or IoTs, are very data hungry and bring a new level of requirements for power and connectivity. The Telco Edge infrastructure is playing a key role to enable these new technologies. And this morning, we take a look at powering and digitalizing the Telco Edge. Our guest, Hector Martinez, Telco consultant and account representative at Schneider Electric. Hector, welcome to Canto Conversations. We are delighted to have you share your insights with us.
Thank you. Thank you very much for the opportunity, and I will be glad to present it.
Thank you. So before I invite Hector to share a short presentation, I want to take this opportunity to thank the audience for joining us and remind you to mute your microphones. Please remember to post your questions for Hector in the group chat. Hector, over to you.
Okay, very good. I'll share my screen now.
So.
Okay, very good. I guess you should be able now to see my presentation. Okay, yes. Perfect. All right, so let's get it started. Very good. Well, thank you very much again, and thank you all for participating on this conversation. And as we mentioned, we are working on powering and digitizing the Telco Edge. So just a brief introduction. My name is Hector Martinez. I work for Schneider Electric on the division that is named Secure Power. And we specialize on providing solutions for high availability and continuity of business on energy management. I've been with Schneider for over 20 years, and I am responsible for the telco and cloud and service providers in the Caribbean region. Well, just going to give you a brief introduction about who we are in Schneider, who Schneider Electric is. We are a technology company worldwide, and we have the possibility to work worldwide and with 4 different areas. So we have sales of over 27 million last year with a 4.2% growth. We have employees in over 100 countries, and our revenues are very well balanced. So 32% of our revenues come from North America, 25% from Western Europe, and 15% comes from the rest of the world. And we serve different markets, basically 4 end markets: buildings and data centers, industry, and automation. Schneider Electric, as I said, it's a global company with over 137,000 employees worldwide, and we are the specialist in energy management. And today we are very identified with 2 important trends that are happening. One of them is electricity and becoming more electrical. All the buildings and the industry is becoming more electrical. And on the other hand, we are becoming more digital. And in order to take advantage of these 2 major trends that are happening in the world, we have to improve the efficiency of the operations, both of the buildings and the industry, to create a sustainable future. And in the Schneider Electric, we are very optimistic about how technology can solve the major challenges that we are facing today. And in order for this, we believe that people is has the right to have energy and become and have access to digital infrastructure. So for us, we believe, as I said, that access to energy and digital, it's a basic human right. And of course, we empower all to make the most of their energy and resources, ensuring that life is on everywhere for everyone and at every moment. So that's what the Schneider Electric is about helping companies and people and all the humans to have access to energy and use it efficiently, so that energy is the support life that helps companies and people to operate and work and live a good life. In in the Schneider Electric, we are really embracing the digital transformation. Our customers need to have these capabilities to improve their operations. And we are helping them that making sure that their critical network systems and process are highly available and resilient. That's what we are doing in our division in Secure Power through Schneider Electric. We make sure that all the critical networks are operating at all times. And that's how we are supporting our customers with a highly resilient infrastructure. And as I said, we are focused on the telco and data center. And well, basically, we want to make sure that we are taking the telco and the data centers to enable the energy and digital transformation. So one of the important things that we have to consider here is that the telco are the enabler of the energy and digital transformation. The telco edge is going to be key for this transformation looking into the future. And as we were mentioning during the introduction, digital innovation is not only growing, um, we are seeing a very strong move to what is the edge. So we have an increase on IoT or Internet of Things. So we are seeing that manufacturing and utilities will use or take advantage of 5G. And that's where we see the most important growth of the technology or the possibilities of this new technology, 5G. We are also seeing that big data will continue to grow at an exponential pace. And we will see a grow from 33 zettabytes today to 175 by 2025. Artificial intelligence will be spreading around the world, and we see that more cognitive and artificial intelligence systems will be implemented in the next years. And of course, the um, combination of IT and OT is helping to improve the efficiency of operation technologies from taking advantage of the digital technology that is happening. So innovation is happening everywhere, and these trends are really helping um, to companies become more efficient. But this is based on the move to the edge. And as I said, we have the possibility to increase our capabilities by using technologies that are available for us right now. And one of those technologies is definitely 5G. There's a strong promise that 5G will be capable of providing a strong results in terms of communication. Uh, providing solutions for robotic extensions, for example, the possibility to have holograms or virtual reality immersive experiences, and develop into kinesthetic communication. So this technology will help companies and end users to have a new experience about telecommunications. So the networks will have a very important impact looking forward. And we have several examples of things that are happening already. So we just know that right now uh, we need and we require a higher speed, lower latency to be able to support some of the applications that are available now. But looking into the future, it will be even more requirements of this high-speed information. So, uh, in order to implement these solutions, the telco uh, needs to implement what is what is known as the mobile edge connection. And in order for this, we will have the local edge in order to meet the speed specifications. And we are seeing an increase in what is known as the distributed cloud architecture, where we have a central core cloud that is built by the typically the internet giants or the large internet manufacturers or services that are creating these large clouds as data centers. Then we have the regional edge cloud formed by regional data centers that are spread around the world and that are connected to the central cloud. And then we will have what is the local edge clouds that will be implemented in different areas. So for example, utilities are implementing it, stadiums, hospitals, manufacturing facilities, agriculture, smart traffic. So we will have these small clouds distributed to all the areas of the world where there will be a fast connection with low latency and where most of the interaction between the cloud and the end users and the applications will happen. So there's this very large growth that will happen at the local edge. And this is going to be extremely important because the availability of the complete network will depend on the availability of these small local edge sites that need to be available and operating at all times. So there's a very important edge challenge coming. This edge challenge will represent a strong need for energy. And this is what we are what we mention when we talk about energizing and digitizing the edge. The local edge data centers will require uh, installations that will increase their power demands more faster than the regional and centralized data centers. So right now, the growth of the data centers on the cloud will be slowing down because there's already a very large amount of data centers. Of course, they will continue to grow, but the local edge data centers that we are talking about, the mobile edge um, cloud, will be growing really, really fast. And we are basically, we have studied that in order to meet the requirements that the new hybrid network will require, we will have to build around 7.5 million new edge data centers that will be installed through 2025. So this means that we will add 120 gigawatts of peak power. That's estimating that we will use that each of these 7.5 MEC data centers will consume around 10 kilowatt each, and they can even reach 14 to 16 kilowatts on their peak demand. So this is a huge amount of energy that will represent a lot of impact into the energy consumption going into the next 5 years. So this is a very important thing, because we can either implement these solutions in the traditional way, or we can look to operate them highly efficiently. And the cost of operating these data centers, defining a high efficiently system or a normal system, could have a very important impact in the cost and operation of the system. So we as Schneider Electric, we, as I said, are concentrated on providing the most efficient solutions for our customers. So we believe we can provide most of the energy and take most advantage of the energy by implementing highly efficient data centers. So it is crucial for us to have a very clear idea of how we're going to implement these solutions. And in order to do this, we have defined that we want to have a clear strategy to support our customers. And in this sense, we have three um, uh, areas that we are considering will be most important. So we will enable software tools to manage the larger scale of remote sites that will be implemented. I have mentioned we are expecting around 7.5 million of sites that will be implemented in order to deploy 5G. And we also will have not only the software for the management, but we have artificial intelligence to predict failure. And we have developed applications so that we can easily integrate with the requirements of the technology. Then we also have a strong support with a service structure designed to scale the edge requirements and to provide remote management as a support as an option. And the third thing is that we want to be able to make a standardized solution that is repeatable and utilize the latest technology, because we believe that the standardization will bring the most benefit to these solutions. So we are completely prepared to support these new requirements of technology that will be coming in the next years in order to implement these solutions. So local edge data centers, as I said, are the enabler of the energy and digital transformation, because it will allow all these new technologies to be available and working as we have mentioned. But there's besides the, uh, the edge, there's a lot of there's 4 transformations that we need to implement in order to make sure that we transform into all digital, all electric buildings and industry. So these are the 4 catalysts that Schneider Electric is considering will be key to implement these solutions worldwide. First of all, we will have energy plus automation. We will need a connection between the end user and the cloud. We will have design and build, from design to build to operate and maintain, and from side by side an integrated portfolio management. These are the 4 catalysts that will enable this transformation. And we are already seeing these actions being taking place. So I'm just going to show you some examples of what we are talking about when we discuss about energy automation, endpoint, and cloud. So energy automation. Today, the Telco Edge data centers are used to coordinate system control of distributed energy. So now that we have the possibility to have energy resources distributed around and not a centralized network, we are using the telco network to operate these systems and coordinate how it works. And it allows us to have real-time control and even consider important variables. So for example, weather information, so that if we are using, let's say, renewables to produce energy, we can make sure that we can take most advantage of the solar or the wind by using information from the weather that is analyzed in real time and make sure that we can forecast the production of the energy and also control the demand management. So how much energy our consumers are demanding, so that all these distributed energy systems are coordinated through a solution that requires this speed of communication so that we can really solve and take control of the energy requirements of a distributed new world on the energy resources. So there's also on the industry 4.0 technologies, there's a strong dependency of IT. We have seen how technology or the industry has been transforming with technologies like the digital twin, artificial intelligence, robotics, 3D printing, data analytics, and augmented reality. So we also required a lot of um, advanced communications to be able to implement these solutions. So the level of maturity of these technologies will depend again around on the telco edge, and it will be an enabler for the industry 4.0. And this is just an example that what we are doing and we are talking. And so Schneider Electric is doing the trials with 5G for their industrial side. So we are running right now a pilot of digital transformation in a factory in France. So using a private virtualized network and with some experimental frequencies, we are already implementing a solution for our own manufacturing. So not only we see this as a solution for customers, we are also doing this implementation. So for us, it's a very important integration. Then we have mentioned that in order to this to happen, we have to be able to connect from the endpoint to the cloud. And this is also a very important um, architecture, because Ecostructure, which is our platform, allows us to connect the local edge to the cloud by deploying smart products that can be able to connect to the network, that will be controlled locally through an edge control, and then uh, taking the information to the cloud, where a platform like an advisor will do the analytics and develop the applications that will support the operation. So these three stacks of communications will be very important for deploying solutions that will solve customers' requirements. So first of all, we have products that can be monitored and can be connected and managed. Then we have local management of all the technology that we have. And then we have on the cloud the services that will provide analytics and provide solutions with applications to the customer requirements. What we promise is that we will provide uh, instant visibility. We can provide benchmark for proactive performance, assess and optimize the devices, improve the security, configure the systems, and verify alarming. And of course, with a dashboard that can be customizable to what is required. So we are a company that believe on open access. So we will provide all the capabilities to provide possibilities to develop your own apps. So we enhance flexibility and enhance transparency and open access, and we partner with data and outputs to provide management tools. And with predictive analysis, we will decrease the possibilities of faults and increase efficiency. Then the third catalyst that will be supporting the implementation of these telco solutions and enable the digital transformation is design and build, from design and build to operate and maintain. So how can we help our customers to implement their solutions of their infrastructure, making sure that they perform a solution? So we know for sure that the new network will be more IT oriented. So the new telecom software and applications run on the standard IT servers. So this is a very important change because um, we are now using uh, standard IT servers that will be installed in IT racks and IT cabinets. So this will enable telco companies to implement and upgrade to 5G. But then this also allows the telecom industry to work with the large cloud and service providers. So the network function virtualization, it's an open platform that will help the networks to be agile and be implemented in a fast pace. So how are we going to go from design to build? So we, as I have mentioned, consider that standardization of a complete solutions simplifies the deployment and maintenance. So standardization will be key to implement solutions that will be supported by this technology. And we also consider that having design reference designs will support also the fast implementations of solutions. So this is an example of a solution that we have already developed for a telco company where we have the complete cabinet of a solution, including a system that is redundant, a redundant UPS system with redundant distribution, with integration of safety and security through our platform of environmental management and security, and then implementing, as I said, IT servers or normal IT servers. So this is an example of how we are considering from design to build solutions that are standardized. And of course, we have an ecosystem of partners that help us deliver complete solutions and manage them through the life cycle. So we work as Schneider Electric with physical infrastructure vendors, system integrators, manufacturers of IT equipment, and managed service providers to provide solutions to the end users. So we can provide complete solutions that are shipped into a package that can be shipped to the site and just make a plug and play solution that can be implemented really easy and fast. And of course, we have designed services that are designed to meet the requirements. So we have now not only the simple monitoring solutions, but we have monitoring and dispatch, where we can send engineers or parts through our network of services, either Schneider and partners, to support and provide solutions to all the installations around the globe. And finally, the fourth transformation is going from side by side to an integrated company management. So we are transforming the way we manage the infrastructure. And as I said, we know that the Telco Edge will be deployed into large numbers, and we have the platform to provide the management of these distributed solutions into and being managed through the cloud. And these solutions will allow companies to manage globally and have a global vision of how their data centers, their telco edge sites are operating, and even the regional telco edges. So all of these will be connected into the cloud, and we will have the possibility to make sure that we provide a view of the complete operation of the infrastructure. So Schneider will enable the large scale of this build out of, as I said, 7.5 million telco edge that we are expecting will happen over the next 5 years. And we will provide these solutions through management, support, and standardized solutions that will enable the operation through energy and automation, endpoint to cloud, design and build to operate and maintain, and from side by side to an integrated portfolio management. So we at Schneider Electric are convinced that the future is very positive, and technology will help us solve um, or find solutions to the challenges that we are finding, but we are working towards providing these solutions through energy and automation for the new digital world. So with this, I finish my presentation, and I can open now for questions and answers, and so we can have this conversation now.
Thank you so much, Hector. That was very enlightening. So, audience, please remember to post your questions in the chat. Hector, let's start with a question that I have in the back of my mind. How can existing operators prepare for this growth ahead brought on by this new wave of innovation? What are the things you think that telcos should focus on in getting ready for this expansion?
Well, definitely one of the most important things is considering what we call the standardization. Defining an standardized solution will make things easier for telco operators, because standardization has been proven to be one of the best solutions for technology implementations. And also, defining reference designs is also a very important way to provide solutions, because reference designs have the capabilities to already provide what is some tested and proved solution that can be implemented easily.
Excellent. So what are some of your largest deployments globally and also in the region?
Well, we are working with the major telecommunications companies worldwide. And as I said as an example, we have um, technology companies like, telco companies like Verizon, AT&T, and we also work in Asia and in Africa. We just recently implemented a software solution for a telecommunications company in Africa that will be managing their remote sites through our Ecostructure platform. We are also working in the region, in the Caribbean, with the most important telco companies, and also implementing solutions that will allow them to not only manage their distributed telco sites or edge, telco edge sites, but also providing solutions for end users where, as I said, in industrial applications where they will be deploying this 5G technology to operate their manufacturing facilities and the automation of the facilities, we will have solutions that can be implemented. We have developed, for example, new uh, I would say, complete solutions for small sites that can be mounted on the wall with all the, I would say, requirements of a highly available data center. So they have redundancy, they have security, they have connection, and they can be easily mounted into a wall panel.
Okay, great. So are you working on any projects in Latin America right now? And can you share any information on that first?
Yes, definitely. We are working in different projects. We are working, for example, in the Caribbean. We're working with Digicel, and we are also working with Liberty Latin America, and also we are also very close to Claro and America Mobile, where we have a strong relation. So we are helping them into defining some of these solutions and implementing some of them throughout the region.
Okay, so tell us about what are your most deployed turnkey solutions? What are sought after turnkey solutions that you all are deploying?
Well, the most important solutions are the infrastructure support for these telco edge sites, where we have the complete, I would say, infrastructure built into a single solution. So we provide the cabinet, we provide the uninterruptible power supplies, we provide, in some cases, cooling. We also provide electrical distribution and safety and security inside the same cabinet, so that we make sure that it can be remotely managed. And we provide these solutions, then we can even innovate in an innovation way, provided into a pallet that is prepared for shipping. So we work with our partners and with systems integrators, so that we send the complete solution in a package that they can mount their IT equipment, so the servers, the routers, um, the appliances, integrated hyper-converged appliances into these cabinets, and then ship everything ready just to get to the site and be connected and plug and play. So that's one of the most important solutions, because we don't have to send the components in different boxes and be installed or assembled at the site, so that everything is prepared and assembled in the partner side, and then ship everything ready to be connected. So that's one of the top solutions that we are providing to our customers. And then the second part is the management. So our Ecostructure platform of management of all the infrastructure, it's been one of the most required solutions. As I mentioned, we have connected products. All our products can be monitored and connected to the network, and then we can have some connection to the cloud to analyze the information and the communications and all the parameters that are operating those systems.
Great. So going back to one of your slides, you mentioned that any industry can benefit from 5G deployments. So I have a question from a member of the audience. Which industries do you see as the ones positioned to benefit the most from these deployments? And I want to add where quickly in the shortest amount of time.
Well, if I think about the industries, the most automated industries will benefit the most, easily. So, for example, any industry that it has a implemented process that can be automated will have the most benefit. We are working, for example, with food and beverage companies. Food and beverage, they have deployed a very interesting digital applications and machines that are very flexible, so that they can package different products into different presentations with the flexibility to change quickly. And that's one of the most important things, because we are able to support them with a solution that will support this digital equipment that is connected. So that's an example on the food and beverage, and all mainly all the packaged goods are experiencing this digital transformation. Another very important one that maybe it's not an industry, but healthcare, it's also strongly benefiting from these deployments, because healthcare, it's completely digitizing all their operations. So healthcare, not as an industry, but healthcare is one of the places where we have seen a very important growth. And of course, any manufacturing will have or will benefit from implementing 5G.
Excellent. So I have a question from Tom Sullivan. And what advice do you provide regulators and ministries relating to concerns expressed about health impacts to the public as a result of 5G deployment? What can and should be done on education? And as you know, it has been a big campaign against 5G deployment in certain areas, in certain regions. How can we address this as a region?
Yes, well, this is a very interesting and important point, because we have, of course, consider how could be the impact of the health of these deployments. So for us, we are working into making sure that all the infrastructure that provides the support for this technology, it's complies with all the regulations in terms of uh, electromagnetic compatibility and safety for the use, and that's what we are doing. And we want to make sure that we are working with the manufacturers of the systems to make sure that they are safe to use and integrated in the best way possible. So yes, definitely there's the regulations are doing their job, and they are in the right direction, trying to make sure that the safety of the people, it's most one of the most important things. So that's also very aligned with our philosophy of Schneider Electric.
Okay, so in your view, can 5G play a role in reducing carbon and increasing renewable energy adoption globally?
Yes, definitely it has that capability. So first of all, as I said, yes, there's a very large deployment of 5G that will happen. So there will be a demand, there will be an increase in demand, but we can do it efficiently. So we can implement solutions that can be as efficient as possible. But also, we can deploy these solutions taking advantage of new technologies and renewables. And 5G also will enable the the efficient use of the energy. So by having the possibility to coordinate and control how the energy is being used, we can make even more efficient and use of renewables. As I said on one of my slides, taking information, for example, from a weather forecast, to know how much wind there will be, how much sun you will have. So we can produce energy when there's an excess of sun power, of wind power, store that energy into energy storage system, and use it when there's challenges regarding peak demand or consumption from others. So yes, it will help reduce carbon emissions, and of course it will help also make a more efficient use of energy.
Thank you very much, Hector. Any closing comments for the audience?
Yes, well, basically, as I have said, we are living right now in a very important time. So digital transformation will enable a lot of benefits for the human race. And this digital transformation requires that we all embrace uh, energy, electricity as the main source of energy to provide, to improve, because it's the most efficient, and also digitization will help us and accomplish this goal. So for us in Schneider Electric, we have a vision, very optimistic, very positive about the future, because we believe that enabling digitization and all electric will help implement this digital transformation that we're living right now.
Thank you so much, Hector. I want to take this opportunity to personally thank you for being such a great guest this morning, and also to thank the audience for joining us. Attendees this morning will receive a free copy of our Cancian magazine. Please feel free to share on your networks and contact us if you want your products and services to reach all stakeholders in the sector. Also join the Canto platform by connecting with us on our website, via our social media pages, or just sending an email to canto@canto.org. We work and look forward to keep you connected. Work from anywhere, stay safe, and stay connected with Canto Conversations. Thank you all so much.